single-sided swing arm.
There's power all throughout the power band. Man, I'm loving this thing.
What's going on, Royal family? Welcome back to the channel. I got a very exciting video for you guys today because look what we got behind me, man. We got ourselves a Ducati. And today I'm going to do a full ride and review on this bike. Let's go. Not just any Ducati though. This is the Ducati 1199 Panigale S edition. The 1199 S edition comes with most of these parts stock. As you can see, it's got Brembo brakes, it's got the carbon front fender, it's got the carbon exhaust cover, and the carbon mudguard back there. The difference between the regular 1199 Panigale and the S edition is that the S edition comes with all these carbon parts and upgraded suspension. This one actually has electronic suspension and a couple other goodies like the carbon we just mentioned. Some of the things that have been done to this bike are these aftermarket brake and clutch levers. These are from CRG, full carbon. Also, the mirror delete from over here, and he's put the mirrors on the side of the handlebars, which I like a lot. These are also from CRG. Moving on down, he's added the clear clutch cover. It's a little foggy right now because I barely just rode the bike down the street, but that's pretty normal. After you ride it for a little bit longer, the fog will go away. It's just a condensation inside. Not to mention the full Termi exhaust that he has on here. Woohoo! This thing sounds amazing, and with the heat shield wrap on it, it actually looks really nice, making sure the fairings don't get burned off. Now this is one of my favorite parts about this bike, the single-sided swing arm. On this side of the bike, there's no swing arm at all, and the wheel is just out there. Man, it looks so nice and unique. On this side of the bike is where the swing arm attaches, and it's got a full carbon cover on the swing arm. It even comes with this Öhlins electronic suspension back here, which looks amazing, and it's really nice to be able to adjust your suspension on the go. If you guys look down here, it has an exhaust opening from this side as well too, so the Termi exhaust exits on both sides of the bike, not just one side. There are also aftermarket rear sets added onto this bike. These are nice and make it lightweight and make the whole finish of the bike look very sleek. And it's got the Brembo brakes on here. Man, not only do these look sick, but they actually really help the stopping power of this bike. Jeez, this thing looks so clean. It's literally like art. Shout out to my boy Gary for letting me borrow the bike for a ride and review. I mean, look at this thing. This tail is so beautiful, so aggressive. This is one of my favorite angles of the bike. The tail looks so aggressive from this angle, all the way up to the tank, all the way up to the aftermarket clutch and brake fluid reservoirs that he has on there. This bike even comes with the Öhlins steering dampener, so it's very stable on the streets. Now that y'all have seen some of the key features of this bike, let me swing a leg over this thing and tell you guys how the ergonomics feel. Now, first impressions right off of sitting onto the bike, it actually feels very comfortable. My feet are all the way planted onto the ground. My knees are comfortably bent. I'm not super bent over as I usually am on my R6. And one of the best parts about it is how skinny the seat and this tank are. It really allows you to bring your feet down onto the ground without any difficulty. Check out the dashboard. Sheesh! Oh, that is so clean. Peep me in the back as well too. What's going on? The bike does need an oil service, so it has the oil service light on. But other than that, it tells you a lot about this bike. It tells you what mode it's in, tells you how many miles it's on it, tells you the different ABS controls that the bike has on it. And it even tells you when your kickstand is down. That's heck of funny. Let me put my kickstand up and see if it changes. Wow, that's actually pretty cool. This is a very clean dash. Tells you if ABS is on, tells you what gear you're in, and tells you how many RPMs you're at. That's all you need, baby. Let's see how this thing sounds. We bring it up like this, and we start up the bike. rumbling underneath me. Let's go! It's time to hop on and go for a ride.
Oh yeah! Man, this thing sounds so good. First things first, man, this thing is comfortable. Compared to my R6, this bike is so much more comfortable. The seating position, it is pretty aggressive. Right, the aftermarket rear sets are pretty aggressive. My knee is very high up, but I'm very used to it. So it's not too uncomfortable at all. And it feels very lightweight. It feels very easy to flick around. Technically, the bike weighs about 414 pounds, which is very similar to the R6. But something about Ducati's engineering makes it feel a lot easier. Oh, the bike actually has a quick shifter as well too. Let's go! No need to shift up. That makes it so much easier, man. I love quick shifters on bikes. Woo! Riding a Ducati to this view outside. It's a good day outside today, fam. Let's go. One of my favorite parts about this bike is the sound. Listen to this. Like, it sounds so aggressive in a different way. It has a lot of bass to it. And that's because a lot of Ducatis, along with this 1199, has an L-twin engine. That makes it sound very bassy, sound very mean. As opposed to the Japanese bikes, this sounds like it's roaring instead of screaming, if you know what I mean. You do feel pushed forward on the bike though. It is supposed to be an aggressive super sport bike, so it's supposed to be for racing. So you do feel a little push forward, but it's not that bad. If you're coming from riding sports bikes, especially R6s or Yamaha R1s, it's not that uncomfortable at all. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a Ducati. There are a couple different modes you can put the bike in. Right now it's in the most sporty settings, but you could put it on a cruise mode so there's not as much torque. This bike is very torquey compared to the Yamahas. And compared to most other bikes that I've ridden. There's power all throughout the power band, like even at 3K to 5K RPMs. Look at this torque. I'm not even up in the RPMs at all and I feel the torque. Which I really like actually, because I do a lot of street riding and I don't always like being up in the higher RPMs. Man, the downshifts sound nice. Man, I'm loving this thing. And the roaring going on underneath me. Woo! Y'all know I love my good sounding bikes and my good looking bikes. And this checks both of those tick marks. Like, this is definitely a lot louder than my R6. I think it's because that bassy sound that it has in it. Woo! This brake is very powerful. That Brembo brake really do be working. Which is very important. In case you need to stop real quickly, at least you know you have reliable brakes. It's time for a freeway test. Woo! Man, this thing is fast. And it starts roaring at you. get over the sound of this engine. I really like that we got the handlebar mirrors on the side. I used to have handlebar mirrors on the side of my R6 as well too, but I decided to take them out. So now I have no mirrors at all. I'm so used to turning my head anyways, and I'll still probably be doing that, but that's cool. When you look at this bike from far, you don't expect it to sound like this, and you don't expect it to be as aggressive as the bike really is. It is very torquey. It's a lot torqueier than my bike. The clutch is so smooth. Okay. Sheesh. Look at how it shines in that sun. You can't go wrong with Ducati red. From a first ride and review perspective, I love this thing. I was not expecting it to be as powerful as it really is. When you look at it from far, you don't expect it to be such a fast bike. You expect it just to be a showroom piece. Man, sitting at a stoplight, you realize what they mean when the Ducatis get hot. This undertail exhaust is definitely getting hot. My legs are warm, my butt is warm. It's the price you gotta pay to have a Ducati, I guess. Everything you would want out of a luxury bike, it has in it. The shifts are very smooth, the quick shifter is very nice, and the power band is very smooth. Like, you don't really even feel like you're riding a 1000cc bike when you're riding this thing. I didn't even mention to you guys, this is a 2012 Panigale. That means it's over 10 years old, and it still holds its value so well, looks so well, and still drives so well. It's amazing. I mean, my boy has only put on 7,000 miles on the bike, so it's barely been driven. I keep clutching because I'm so used to it, but the bike has a quick shifter on it. In terms of the braking of the bike, the handling, it's very smooth. Oh, look at that GT. That thing is clean. Not as clean as this Ducati though. The electronic adjustable suspension, very useful. The Olin steering dampener on here, very useful. This bike will keep you safe as long as you're riding it properly. This bike is actually for sale right now. Hit up my boy Gary if you guys want to buy this bike, because it's honestly very nice. I might buy it myself, man. In terms of the look, man, you cannot beat Ducati. This is my first time riding a Ducati, and I did not know that this is how it's gonna feel. Smooth like butter. The only one downfall I do notice with the Ducati is how hot it gets. Like right now, I am burning up underneath my seat right now. I mean, that's kind of an exaggeration, not burning up, but it is definitely very hot underneath my seat. And in the hot summers, oh, it's gonna be a nightmare. Today it's a cool day, we're out in the evening, so it's not as bad. Hey, you might see your boy on a Ducati soon, man. I'm telling y'all, the collection gotta start somewhere. What do you guys think? You guys think I should buy this Ducati? Or should I get myself a V4 or a V2? Drop down below in the comments, because your opinion really does matter. This sound alone making me want to buy this Ducati. Thank you guys for the continuous support on each and every one of my videos. It truly means everything to me. As always, make sure to love your own life first, chase your dreams, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace!